It's chemistry and you are watching Chem Science.
In this video, we will learn what are hydrocarbons and what are the types of hydrocarbons, the general characteristics of alkanes, molecular and structural formula of some alkanes, that is the first few members of alkanes, and then we'll end up with the physical and chemical properties of alkanes. So let's start with what are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the compounds which contains only carbon and hydrogen as elements. There is no any other element present in this compound. And what are the examples? Simple examples are alkanes and alkenes. There one more common hydrocarbon, that is alkynes. We'll also see what's the difference between these alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, but just for now you can understand that the compounds made of only carbon and hydrogen. One more important term to know about the organic compounds of chemistry is that the functional group. What's functional group? It's a part of a molecule that determines the chemical properties of a compound. So each and every organic compound has its own functional group which is responsible for the chemical properties of that compound. For example, if we have alkanes, alkanes are made of C-C single bonds, and so the main functional group in alkanes is C-C single bond, and this is what is responsible for the chemical properties of alkanes. Now alkenes, alkenes have similar structure with C double bond C, at least one C double bond C is present in alkenes. So the main part, the main functional group which is responsible for the chemical properties of alkanes is this C double bond C. The other remaining part of the molecule will not react. So this can be called as the main functional group of alkenes. Now if we have alcohols, alcohols is another homologous series. For that the main functional group is OH, that is oxygen and hydrogen. Now alcohols are not hydrocarbons, they are the organic compounds, and because oxygen is present into alcohol, so they cannot be called as hydrocarbons. But OH, part of the molecule which is present in this compound, is responsible for its chemical properties. You can call chemical reactions will occur because of the presence of OH group. So for alcohols, OH is the functional group, and similarly for carboxylic acids, they are the carboxylic acids, another homologous series in the organic compounds, and the functional group is COOH. Here also two oxygen atoms are present and the functional group is COOH. So that shows that the different series of organic molecules, organic compounds have their own functional group which is responsible for its properties, especially chemical reactions. Now as in this video, we'll be learning about alkanes only. We are not going to learn the other organic molecules or homologous series. So here general characteristics of alkanes will be seen first, and so the first general property is that the alkanes are the simplest family of the organic compounds where not of much other elements are present, that is only carbon and hydrogen are present. They are the hydrocarbons and contain only carbon and hydrogen, and that we have already seen in the earlier part of this video. There is carbon-carbon single bonds in the alkanes, that is all the bonds present in alkanes are carbon-carbon single bonds only. Other than carbon, it's only hydrogen, again that is also going to be a single bond itself. And they form a homologous series with a general formula CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of alkanes only. Now each and every homologous series have their own general formula. So for alkanes it is CnH2n, where N is the number of carbon atoms present in that molecule. For example, we'll be seeing next, but if carbon is 1, we will be taking n is equal to 1, and so hydrogen will be accordingly. So if n is 1, then H becomes 4 if we substitute the value of n, and so this compound will have the molecular formula CH4. This is just one example. Let's see some more examples. And for that we will need to see the structure of alkanes. Now if we start with methane. Now let's understand first that meth is where n is equal to 1, means one carbon only is present. So if it is methane, then n indicates it's an alkane. So this is the system of naming an organic compound where the name ending of a molecule is according to its homologous series. Alkanes have the name endings n. So methane means an alkane with one carbon atom. Now if it has a general formula CnH2n plus 2, so if we substitute the value of n, we get CH4. So this is the molecular formula of methane. And if we understand the structure, then it has one carbon atom. Now each and every carbon atom should have 4 covalent bonds. That we already know, because that we have learned in the covalent bonding. And if you don't know, then you can definitely go ahead in the playlist and find out the bonding videos, where you will be able to see the video on covalent bonding and ionic bonding also. Now as we know that each carbon atom will have 4 covalent bonds. So 4 covalent bonds, and other than carbon, hydrogen is present in alkanes. So these 4 bonds should be bonded with hydrogen only, because we know that only one carbon is present, and this carbon should have 4 covalent bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. So this is the structure of methane with the molecular formula CH4. Now next member of these homologous series alkane is ethane. Now eth means n is equal to 2. So eth term itself indicates there are 2 carbon atoms, and n again is for alkane. So if there is n is equal to 2 and we substitute the value of 2 as n, then we get the formula as C2H6. So C2H6 is the molecular formula of ethane, and the structural formula if we draw with all the bonds, and there are 2 carbon atoms. Now these 2 carbon atoms should have one covalent bond. So one covalent bond between the 2 carbon atoms. Now each carbon has 4 single covalent bonds. So this is how I prefer drawing. First draw all the 4 bonds around a carbon, and then add hydrogen. So now all the 4 covalent bonds of each carbon atom should be bonded to hydrogen, and so this is the structural formula of ethane, showing all the bonds of each carbon atom. So molecular formula of ethane is C2H6, and the structural formula is as drawn. Propane. So prop indicates n is equal to 3, that is number of carbon atoms should be 3. So C3, and substituting n as 3 in the formula of CnH2n plus 2, we get the molecular formula as C3H8. So again 3 carbon atom in series with each other, and drawing one covalent bond between each carbon atom, and then the remaining bonds of carbon atom, making it 4 for each carbon atom with the carbon, and then adding hydrogen to each of this bond. So this is how I prefer and I teach my students to draw the structure of any alkane or the organic molecule. So 3 carbon atoms and 8 hydrogen atoms. Next member of the series is butane. But means n is equal to 4. That number of carbon atoms present in this compound is 4. But means 4, and n again indicates alkane. So n is equal to 4. So C4 and H10, because of the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So again drawing 4 carbon atoms in series and then adding the covalent bonds between each carbon atom, and then the remaining bonds for each carbon again should be added, making 4 covalent bonds for each carbon, and then add hydrogen. Relevant hydrogen atoms required on each carbon atom. So here are 10 hydrogen atoms which are added to the molecule. Now this is the structure of alkane showing all the bonds, but in general at times we write it like this also. CH4 is common, but then we can write CH3 for ethane. The reason being is that we just show how many hydrogen atoms are bonded to each carbon by writing carbon one by one with its hydrogen. So in that case, now if we write it for propane, it should be CH3, then it should be next CH2, and then again CH3. The reason being is that the first carbon is bonded to 3 hydrogen, the middle carbon is bonded to 2 hydrogen, and again the last carbon is bonded to 3 hydrogen. So same way if we write it for butane, then it has to be CH3, CH2, CH2, and again CH3. So this is how there is one more method to write the structure of each and every alkanes. Now followed by butane we have pentane, which has 5 carbon atoms. So the formula will be C5H12. Next we have hexane, then we have heptane, then we have octane, nonane, and decane, also with 1 increasing carbon atom in each of these series. So that also you can make your own formula and your own structure as I have taught you here. And next let's start with the physical properties of alkanes. Alkanes are naturally found in petroleum and natural gas. Now petroleum contains alkanes up to 70 carbon atoms with the different number of carbon atoms bonded to each other. So you can say that they are not all bonded to each other in continuously, but you may have a mixture of alkanes with varying number of carbon atom bonded to each other. So in petroleum you may find a mixture of like methane, ethane, propane. Also you may find a molecule which is made of 20 carbon atoms. Next you may also get a molecule which is made up of approximately carbon 50 or carbon 55, carbon 70 also. Now if we talk about natural gas, and it's mainly methane with small mixture of ethane, propane, and butane also. The first 4 alkanes are gases at room temperature, that is methane, ethane, propane, and butane are gases at room temperature. Then the next 12 members of the alkanes are liquids, and the remaining members are solids. So the boiling point increases as the chain length increases. That's what we can make out from this, because the attraction between these molecules increases as number of carbon atom increases and the number of electrons increases in these molecules. Now as we know, all the carbon-carbon bonds in alkanes are single bonds, and that's why we call these alkanes as saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons. Now saturated means what? No more can be added. Now if we are talking about here compounds, means no more atoms can be added to the alkanes. Why? Because each and every carbon is bonded single bond with the other carbon atom or hydrogen atoms, and now no more atoms are left to bond to it. So we call such alkanes which have all carbon-carbon single bond as saturated hydrocarbons. Now let's start with the chemical properties. Generally alkanes are unreactive because of the carbon-carbon single bond, and it's difficult to break this bond. So one of the few reaction which is possible for alkane is burning of alkanes. That is, you can also call it as combustion of alkane. only few reactions are possible for alkanes, and one of it is combustion, and that occurs when we have a good supply of oxygen forming carbon dioxide and water vapor, giving out plenty of heat energy. And that is the reason that it can be used as a fuels also, as it gives out lots of heat energy. It can be very well used as fuels. And methane burns most easily because it's a gas and have only one carbon atom. But other than methane, ethane can also burn, and other alkanes can also burn, forming the common products of carbon dioxide and water, giving out heat energy. So let's make a reaction where CH4, that is methane, is reacting with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water as the products. Now let's also balance it. Now number of carbon atom is balanced on both sides, but what about hydrogen? Hydrogen is not balanced. So let's balance it by adding 2 in front of water. Now let's count the oxygen. Now oxygen, we have total 4 oxygen atoms. So let's add 2 with oxygen also to make the oxygen balanced on both sides. Similarly, we can write the combustion reaction for ethane also, which is C2H6. Now let's write a combustion reaction for ethane also, and the common products are carbon dioxide and water as usual. Let's balance it. So balancing carbon atom, we need to add 2 in front of carbon dioxide. For hydrogen, we need to add 3 to make hydrogen 6 on both the sides. Now if we count oxygen on the product side, we have 7 oxygen atoms. So we can write 7 by 2 to balance it in short. But alternatively, we have one more method of balancing if we don't want to add fraction, is multiply the whole equation by 2. So we can add 2 in front of ethane, we can write 7 in front of oxygen, we can make carbon dioxide 4 and water as 6. This is how we can balance it in the other way also, and both of the ways is acceptable. But if there is not enough oxygen present, then alkanes will undergo incomplete combustion, giving poisonous carbon monoxide as one of the product. So you can make your own equation similar way, but in place of carbon dioxide you can write carbon monoxide and again balance it. And the other hydrocarbons like propane, butane also can undergo combustion in the same way. You can write equation because the products are common, carbon dioxide and water, and then you can balance it accordingly. Now one more important reaction which alkanes undergo is that they react with chlorine in presence of sunlight. Now this is called substitution reaction here, because in this reaction chlorine atom takes the place of hydrogen atom. So you can say hydrogen atom is substituted by chlorine, hydrogen is removed out, and that's the reason we call this as a substitution reaction. So let's learn how to write the chemical equation for this reaction. Now suppose if we take an example of methane reacting with chlorine in presence of sunlight. Alternatively, in presence of sunlight you can write UV light also, or you can write boiling also. Now as we said, it's a substitution reaction, so one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by chlorine. So in place of CH4, in place of H4 we are writing H3 and one chlorine is added, and the byproduct is HCl. Why? Because one hydrogen atom is removed and one chlorine is left, making HCl as a byproduct. Now this is a propagation reaction, means if excess of chlorine atom is present in presence of sunlight, then the hydrogen, all the hydrogen may be replaced, and so the last ultimate product may be CCl4. CCl4 means all the hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine. But actually what happens practically is that we get the mixture of all the products with varying number of chlorine atoms into it. Now suppose if we are writing an ethane, Ethane or any other alkane also undergoes a similar reaction. So ethane reacting with chlorine in presence of sunlight. Now the reaction first will start by substitution of one hydrogen atom with the chlorine. So you can write C2H5 with one hydrogen atom less and add chlorine and HCl as the byproduct. Now if you keep on removing one hydrogen every time, we will get new products every time with one hydrogen atom less and one extra chlorine atom. This reaction will also continue if chlorine molecules are in excess and all the hydrogen are replaced by chlorine atoms. So this is again mixture of products obtained, and as this reaction doesn't take place in dark, it needs sunlight. So you can call this reaction as a photochemical reaction also, because without light this reaction cannot occur. And so here in this video you have learnt two main chemical equations, chemical reactions of alkanes, some physical properties, and also you have seen how to make the structure of first few members of alkanes.